YouTube, how the heck are you doing today, guys? Today, I'm going to teach you guys how to hit snipes that just don't even make sense. Let's go. So before we jump into today's sniping guide, guys, I do just want to put this out there that, like, not everyone is meant to be a sniper. There's different play styles for everyone, but everyone can snipe. Everyone can do it. Like, you can do it. You just have to put the effort in. If you don't have a ton of time in your day, and you don't want to practice, you're going to have to put some time in if you want to be a good sniper. It's just how it is. Even if you go back to the MW2 quick scoping days, if you've been around Call of Duty long enough, you've probably quick scoped at some point or another. The more you did it, the better you got at it. So there is a time frame that you have to put in to get good at sniping. And I'm not going to just go out here and be like, just do what I tell you and you're going to be good. No, you have to practice. This is a very specific thing. Like in Warzone sniping, 100% is way harder than multiplayer sniping. Obviously, multiplayer is a little bit different because most people are going for quick scopes. But in Warzone specifically, if you're not hitting headshots, you're basically useless. Like, it's not that you're useless, but you can get the full body cracks if you hit chest, and it's good for support on your teammates. But realistically, you are going to lose a lot of fights if you're not hitting those headshots. Especially right now, we have the AUG meta. There's just so many. There's always an AR that is very strong at range. So if you miss that shot, you are dead, or in a very bad situation. So guys, I'm going to teach you guys all the tips and tricks that I have for you guys today to become one of the best snipers in Warzone. I have a lot of people that compare me to Metaphor, who I think is the best sniper in Warzone. So I appreciate you guys that do like to gas me up like that. So let's learn, guys. I'm going to teach you guys everything I got for you. Let's go. All right, guys. So to start off at the simplest thing here, there's two kinds of snipers in Warzone. There is the person that is standing still, has a good cover, good high ground, and you're basically just camping there and hitting your shots. That is usually the person running the HDR. This is probably your most common sniper in Warzone. You see people like Iron do it. People with really good win rates and don't want to take those risks. These are their snipers. And there's nothing wrong with it at all. It's just type of sniping. And I mean, honestly, it's fun for some people. Sometimes it's not fun for other people. So it's not the kind of play style that I love to do. But if I have to, I'll do it. There's certain situations where if there's a weird zone off the side of the map where you're in prison and you're like, all right, if I really want to win this game, I need to take over prison and I'm going to control the high ground. So there's snipers like the HDR that are phenomenal at this because there's almost zero bullet drop and you're basically just relying on aim. You have to understand their bullet drop on your guns and you rely on just clicking heads. So at the end of the day, you're not using your movement to help you hit shots. Then there's the snipers like me, the Kar 98 boys. Kar 98K is a sniper where you are 100% relying on your movement to hit shots. What do you mean by movement? So to me, when I'm hitting a shot with the Kar 98K, I am almost never standing still. I'm not going to be just sitting here aiming down sight. Is there times where I am? 100%. It's a sniper. You're going to be in situations at time, like I just said, where you're in a better position than someone else and you don't want to move. You can mount, you can do whatever you want. But I would say 90% of the time I'm shooting a sniper, if you guys have seen it on the live streams or anything like that, I'm jumping, I'm moving, I'm going left to right. I'm doing all this stuff. Quick scoping. It's just the way this gun works. The reason you do it with this gun is because it has such a high aim down sight speed. I almost said fire rate, but it has a really good aim down sight speed. And it has a good fire rate for a sniper, to be honest, because it is a marksman rifle. And so at the end of the day, you are moving to make shots. You're creating the shot. With the HDR, you're not going to be able to create a shot because this thing has a 1 second aim down sight. It takes forever to aim down sight. This is almost instantly. So I'll show you guys some clips here and we'll talk about what I do to set up these situations. But before we do that, guys, I do want to show you guys there is a big portion of this before we do anything, and that is your aim. You need to set up your shots. You need to know where your crosshair is, whether you're on mouse and keyboard or on a controller, and I'll show you guys how to do that. So let's do that first. All right, you guys, so we just jumped into a private match real quick just with myself because I just want to show you guys something that a lot of people overlook. So as you can see, there is a crosshair on our screen that shows us where we're aiming. You can see it. It's a little dot in the middle with a crosshair around it, and when you aim in, it's going to show you exactly where you're aiming. And so what people don't do is think about where they are aiming before you're going to aim. So if someone's on this truck over here and I'm going to aim there, I want to make sure that this crosshair is here before I'm scoping in, because it's going to put me in the right spot. Some people are going to be like, oh, he's over there, and then they're going to drag like this. Don't do that. Like, why are you're setting yourself up for failure if you're aiming here, but you're trying to aim over here. Like, you see how hard it is to be like perfectly accurate like that? Like, yes, you can hit some like crazy like flicks and whatnot, and I do it too, but like to be really consistent with sniping, you need to give yourself all of the best options. Like, you just don't have, like, possibilities are endless and you're doing this, but if you're doing this, there's a very small possibility that you're gonna miss. So the first thing I do want to show you guys here, I wish there was just this box was gone, but so we have the red X right here. So I'm gonna be aiming for it, but with this kind of sniper, we're doing our movement. And so normal Call of Duty movement, you got your slide cancels and stuff like this. So I know there's a person there on the red X. I'm gonna jump like this and then bam. I'm pretty close. I'm not exactly in the middle. I didn't move it. It has a bullet like that's swaying a little bit, but I'm in the general spot that I want to be. But the more you practice it, the more you're gonna be right on point. Slide cancel, move. It's just there's so many different ways to do it, and this is something you can literally go and practice on your own right now. As someone that is like been around sports, been around everything, practice makes perfect, guys. And the reason I haven't had to practice it because I use different ways to practice my aim. I use aim trainers like Aim Labs, or if you are back in the good old days, Kovacs. Any of those will work for your if you're on mouse and keyboard. I'm pretty sure Aim Labs you can plug a controller in and practice on there as well. So if you guys really want to make your aim better, you can do that as well. But honestly, you can just practice these little things because at the end of the day, it's movement. And if you guys see, I'm kind of like redirecting while I'm midair. So as I'm jumping through the air, I'm moving my crosshair placement because I know I'm not perfect, but I can get pretty dang close if I'm changing midline. Like, listen to when my feet hit. Feet hit. We're there. Feet hit. We're there. In there, feet. That is just like a simple tip for you guys. Crosshair placement is something that a lot of people don't think about. I see people I play with all the time running around the map looking like this. And it's like, if you're going to be running around looking like this, you have to move so much to go up. An easy one is like going up. So like when you're going up things like this, people are always looking like this. And look where your crosshair placement is. You're down. But if you're smart, you're going to keep your crosshair right about head level at all points. You want to make sure you're in the right spot at all point in time. This is something that will work for any gun that you're using, not just snipers. So I did want to give you guys those tips. Let's break down some clips here for you guys between the HDR style guns and the Kar 98K and show you guys exactly what I do to create shots and at the end of the day, take people's heads off. Let's do it. All right, you guys. So I'm going to play you guys this clip here and then we're going to break it down. And this is just like a very common situation that you'll run into in Warzone. I have the HDR in this clip, so you're not going to be jumping around creating shots. It's just going to be point, click, but I'm putting myself in a great position to not get killed. Their update today, it's been worse for me.
Oh, 40. I'm out.
Yep.
Getting beamed there.
Full crack?
Yeah, have they pushed yet?
Yeah.
I have Semtexes. Let me know where one of them is. If you see
Right on orange. Right on orange. I see him.
Done. Full crack. Oh, this side. Oh.
One bullet.
Which side?
Got him.
I was gonna say, dude, I literally just popped him with the car and it killed.
All right, you guys. So you guys just watched the clip, and a lot of people are gonna be like, "That wasn't that impressive." But did you notice the little things I did to be successful in this clip? There's a lot of little things that a lot of you guys are not doing to get better. So right here, we're in the car. We're in the car. Right here, we line up ourselves on a head glitch. First off, first thing you have to remember, if you go out into the left of this car in the open, I'm probably going to die because I'm out in the open. But I'm setting myself up for success here. I can snipe through the window here of the car, or I can put my head right here and aim down sight. And so we put our head right on the head glitch, and we see this guy. We probably should have hit this shot, but we still got a good full crack on him because the HDR is ridiculous damage. But we already set it up, but you guys saw what I did instantly there. I hit my shot, went to cover. Like, this is how you have to use the HDR. Like, you don't just stand still constantly and hit shots. Stand still, move to cover. Stand still, move to cover. You can't leave yourself out in the open in this game, guys. The time to kill is just way too fast. Full crack.
Yeah,
And then here we go back in the head glitch. We're moving back and forth. This guy in the back, we kind of hit a low shot on him, unfortunately. We probably should have scoped in our variable there to get a little bit easier shot. But nonetheless, we already did put some damage on him and put in a situation that he's not comfortable with. But we move back and forth again. And then we have this guy. We know he's been rotating to the left because we already sniped him. And we just kind of assume that he's right there on orange because we saw him moving to the left and he was full crack. So we know he was taking his time to plate up.
Right on orange, I see him.
So I variable zoom in, give myself, look at this. I'm barely poking out right here. There is no way that I can get killed from this team in this situation at all. So the second that he pops up, see ahead. And you guys saw the rest of the clip. There's not too much to break down with that because I ended up just hitting another body shot and then killing him with the FAR, the other guy. But you see what I did there, guys? There's so many little things. When you're using these HDR and slower, this is basic sniping at its finest. Use the little things to take advantage. Because if I don't use a head glitch there and I'm out in the open, if I don't hit a headshot, I just die. But in this situation, they have to hit me in the head multiple times because they probably aren't sniping at this range. I'm the idiot sniping at this range, which doesn't make you an idiot because realistically, you could see that it worked for me. But in most situations, if you have an AUG, something like that, you could be in a real deadly spot if you're out in the open. But with that head glitch, we are in a safe spot. Let's go talk about some movement shots with the Kar 98K now, because I think this is like just the perfect clip to show you guys exactly where you need to put yourself and position yourself to have success with the HDR and that type of sniping. This clip comes from a very recent YouTube video where we carried a kid to a win, but we are in a weird situation where we're kind of being held on a hill and I had to use the car and just create a play. And I have a sniper, so I have to use my movement as well as possible here because I know these guys are using AUGs. The AUG meta is horrible. So in my opinion, the Kar 98K is the best counter to AUGs if you hit your shots. If you don't hit your shots, then you're pointless. So watch how I use my movement to create these angles, and then I'll break it down for you guys.
All right, boys. Your distraction is here.
There's one farther.
I full cracked the farther one.
Oh. I hit him, I think twice.
I'm dead.
Full crack.
Where's this other team at?
Got him. Got another one.
Back in the back, cracked him.
I don't sell.
They all have cell.
Oh, yep. Down. Oh, crack. Crack.
Falta ese que mató bien a...
Top of you safe.
I just snipers.
All right, so you guys saw the clip. You saw the movement. You saw everything there. Was it jump snipes, quick scopes, all that stuff? No, it wasn't anything too fancy. But you could see how much I'm moving back and forth to create the angles that I need to get these shots. Because I have a fast aim down sight. I know what I can do. So let's break it down for you guys from the start and show you guys what I did that made this clip so good. So as you guys see, I drive up with the car, being an absolute idiot. And when I get up here, we instantly hit this guy with the shot. It just absolutely changes the fight. As I'm doing that, you guys saw, I moved to the left the entire time. We had a live ping on him, which is huge. Your teammates, if you are able to get live pings for your team, always do it. It's a huge advantage in any fight because you saw that. I was able to set up the perfect shot while protecting myself because I knew there was people over here. And I know I have this a little bit of coverage here. I'm going to be seeing a little bit, but if I'm moving to the left here, it's downhill. And we're able to put ourselves in a great situation to hit that snipe.
I full cracked the farther one.
And so, unfortunately, we had to reload here. We're using the environment a lot in this clip, which, if you guys have noticed, it's kind of a theme in sniping. Like, in the last clip, I used the car. I'm creating space for myself to reload, take control of the fight. We want to control the fight on our time, not their time. If they're pushing us and... like, they could have maybe pushed us here, but I know I have teammates behind me. Realistically, at the end of the day, if you ever watch really good players, you're watching Nick Merckx, you're watching Tim the Tap Man, those guys, well, Tim's not that good. But if you're watching really high-level players like Huskers, Aiden, the really good guys, every fight they take is on their time. They're never going to take a fight that isn't on their own time, because if they're not controlling the fight, the other team is, and that puts you at a disadvantage. If you ever feel like that you run into someone that is just purely better than you, it's because you're fighting on their time. So we're hiding here, reloading, setting up the next shot. We're watching where there's a live ping there, and we're seeing where bullets from. So we know someone's over there right now. We have to create this shot.
Oh. I hit him, I think twice.
I'm dead.
So, as you can see, it's pretty much a quick scope here, but we're just getting information on this one. We don't know exactly where this guy is, so we need to locate him before anything. Locate him, instant snipe. I was moving the whole time, not holding my breath. You can see I'm slowly moving to the left as I'm aiming with this. I never hold my breath with the Car 98K unless like I'm completely standing still on top of a hill. So there is a time where it will happen, but almost never am I holding my breath. We hit the snipe, instantly move back to the right because I'm like, there's this rock here, right here in front of me. We have a rock. We can create a lot of space in this fight if we're using multiple things to fight around and use that to protect us.
Crack.
We know this guy rotated to the left somewhere because we don't see him anymore. And we know he wasn't to the right. So we're looking to the left. I pull this out just in case, like, I'm expecting someone to come up over here. So I pull out the secondary. Your secondary is always important, guys, when it comes to sniping because you can't hit every snipe. If you don't, like, technically you could hit every snipe, but you're not going to. We see him crossing right here. This is where the Car 98K is just my favorite sniper. Look how fast I can pull this sniper out and aim down sight as I'm seeing him cross. Like, the guy's right here, and he has, look at, there's not that much space here. I have a 0 window to hit this shot, but we're able to come across here. He gets to the tree, pull it out, locate him. As we're aiming down sight, we are moving a little bit back and forth, and we hit the shot, we get the headshot. Down the guy. So once we down this guy, we're looking for situations, guys. We're looking for that next spot to where we're going to hit our shot. We saw the guy crossing right there. So we're going to use this tree. We're going to duck back and forth to create as much space as possible for our next shot. You see that? We were moving the entire time. And guys, the thing that I'm doing in this fight, and I was doing in another fight, the second I take my shot, I'm diving to cover. If I don't hit the headshot, I need to get in cover because with the augmenter right now, I'm instantly going to go down. So that's another thing. Like, I see a lot of people just standing in the open, sniping, shot, miss, shot, miss. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to beam you if you're just standing still. If you want to take your sniping to that next level, you need to use your movement. Like, I cannot say it enough. Like, I probably sound like a broken record by now, but if you want to become a good sniper in this game, use your movement.
Got another one.
Back of the back, cracked him.
Use your environment. Look at this. Who would have thought about, like, I always want to know in the comments, are you guys thinking about this tree right here? How many people are going to sit here and go, I can actually hide behind this tree that's in the middle of the ground? None of you, I guarantee. Well, if you're a really good player, maybe. But most people are not going to think about it. In Warzone, guys, you need to get up very close to objects when you're laying down. So get right up on it. Like, literally put your head on it. And it'll protect you better than, like, if you're just barely laying behind it because you might be sticking out. We have this guy here. We're using it. He might have seen us. So we know that we already downed this guy. He self-revived because everyone has self-revive in this game now. Hope they change that sometime. But at this point, I'm like, he's really hurt. Let's just kill him with the SMG. It's more consistent. Why not?
I don't sell.
They all have self.
No plates. We use our movement. Jump to the right. Push because we already know he self-revived. Maybe someone did tap him, but I doubt it. But we already hit that other snipe too. So I'm already expecting the other guy self-reviving too. Just because, like, in this game, you need to 100% note in your head at all times. Just note it. Like, they have self-revive. Like, it's going to happen. You need to create ways for you to kill the person twice, unfortunately. So down this guy. We're not worried about him anymore because we're just assuming he self-revived. But he's right there. We're not in danger. The whole time I'm looking over here. That's why I jumped to the left side of this tree first. Looking for it. This guy. Didn't see him, so I'm assuming he's just a little bit further down the hill. Finish him off. And then this guy, honestly, this was the spot right here in this clip where this shows you the difference between a really good sniper and a not a really good sniper. So I see this guy out here rotating in the middle. I haven't sniped at this guy yet. I have not seen him yet. This guy is irrelevant to me. I know there is one guy over here still that I sniped and is alive, because I haven't gotten that kill. This is not a team wipe when I killed that guy right there. And if you can see behind me, my teammates, it is going wild. Like, this is a crazy fight right now. So I know there's a guy here. I'm ignoring this guy. I'm ignoring him 100% until I know this guy is dead. We need this guy dead. And honestly, I'm like, with my SMG out, it's probably the best. But I get to the point where I'm like, let's switch to the sniper, because why not? He's laying behind a tree. Quick scope headshot. Very smooth. Easy peasy. This guy starts shooting at me instantly. This is the last guy in the game, by the way, because we have my 4 teammates behind me. There's 5 people left. And somehow that's not a headshot. But if that clip would... I've watched this clip multiple times, and it's very disappointing that it wasn't a headshot. I think I hit him like right in the Adam's apple. But as you can see, I'm still using my stump here. I'm using this stump to protect myself. What ends up happening is, I'm not even going to show you guys the clip because there's nothing more else to it. He hits me, cracks me up. I'm just going to reload, play it slow, and then I have the gas on me, so I'm going to rotate to the left. And I might as well just show you guys. I'm going to rotate to the left here, and then grab as many plates as I can. I have a gas mask.
You guys kill that guy in the truck?
You know, there's just 1 person left.
All right, there's only 5 people left.
Yeah, one more dude left.
I already hit him with a snipe too.
I don't know where he's at.
Teammate kills him. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, guys. That is the perfect clip to show you guys really, like, how to use your movement, how to create a fight on your pace. That is the #1 thing I can... If you're going to take one thing from this video today, guys, use your timing to create the fight. Like, you don't want to fight on their time. I already said this earlier. Fight on your own time. Create your speed. Fight your pace. Don't let them control it. So, at the end of the day, guys, that is going to be like the tiny sniper guide I have today. If you guys want any more details or want me to go deeper into sniping, make sure you guys do like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below if you guys like this or if this helped you guys at all to explain some of the things. Because when you're watching it on stream and watching other people snipe, it just looks so easy. But there's a lot of things you're not thinking about. And I will always say till the day I die, it's all about watching movement. If you guys want to improve in gameplays, if you're watching Aiden, you're watching Huskers, watch their movement. Like, you can talk about Joe Woe being the movement king and all that, but like, at the end of the day, movement is literally everything in Warzone, because you're creating opportunity not to be killed. At the end of the day, you have to be defensive before you can be offensive. And then your offense turns into your defense. So, at the end of the day, that's what's going to make you a better sniper. I hope this helped you guys out just a little bit. Obviously, you have to hit your shots at the end of the day. Practice your aim. And that's about it for me today, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out.